Hi, loves. Welcome. Happy new moon. Happy new moon in Sagittarius. And today we get the exciting opportunity to sit together and do some magic. And today we're going to be working on activating our higher chakras for sacred success. So, as this is an event that I have invited you live to, I'm going to wait a little while, just a few moments for those of you who are joining us live to find me. I see there's lots of you coming in. I can see Bianca's here. If you're coming in live, Rosalind saying hi. If you're coming in live, let me know that you're here, say hello, and also let me know if you can hear me and you can see me okay, because that's obviously really important, for the journey. So, and Mara's here. Hi, love. I'll wait until I get that confirmation to keep going too much more. I love the mermaid that you shared, Mara. Okay. I know there's a bit of a lag, so I'll just keep going and just hopefully you can hear me until I get that confirmation. Caress is here. Awesome. So welcome, welcome, welcome if you're live or if you're on replay. So today what we're doing is we are working with our higher chakras on Friday. Don't worry, for those of you who are like, oh no, I'm going to be so ungrounded. We are going to still work with our lower chakras today. We're not just going to blast our higher chakras open and leave our lower chakras. We will work with those today, but also on Friday, we're going to do part 2, which is activating our lower chakras. So Georgie's here. Hi, love. Good to see you. Rosalind says, hear and see you perfectly. Bianca says, yes, hear and see. Perfect. Charlotte saying, so excited for this today. Perfect. Karen's here. Hi, love. Melissa's here. Amazing. So excited that everybody's here. Okay. So what is the point of this? What is the purpose of this? Okay, this is designed for you. If you are on the path, you've heard the call from source, from your higher self, from your soul, that you're meant to share your gifts with the world. And this is especially for you if you really see yourself having a full-time income from those gifts. Now, if this is not you and you've still been drawn to the ceremony, don't worry, because you're still going to get a lot out of this. I'll give you some sort of tools and tips for you in a second here, just to make sure you can get the best experience that you can. But for those of you who are really wanting to make your full-time income from your spiritual work, your soul work, your healing work, your wellness work, this is designed for you. And why are we, instead of, I designed this for you, so why are we sitting here today and not talking about marketing and launches and how to make a great Facebook post and Facebook ads and how to create an offering that your ideal clients are going to go crazy for, which are all really valid and at some points I do talk about. Well, as many of you know, maybe you've been in the course, the free course that this journey, this live is a part of, or maybe you're just a little smarty. We have to activate our energy body to be in alignment and to be receptive for the experience that we want to have as a full-time entrepreneur, as a full-time healer, right? And if our energy body is not really open and vibrating with the frequencies that say, absolutely, yes, I'm worthy. Absolutely, I'm amazing at what I do. Absolutely, people love to work with me. Absolutely, people love to pay me. This is amazing. I'm excited about it. If that's not happening, then we can do those strategic things that I mentioned, but it's not really going to do much, right? Because the energetic magnetism isn't here. And if you're listening and you were drawn into this ceremony, but you're not someone that wants to make your full-time income from your spiritual gifts, though absolutely you still have them. Anytime that I talk about during the ceremony, especially during the activation, I kind of activate us to be in that full-time income energy. You can actually think about what the equivalent is for you. Like, what is because a part of my divine life mission for sure involves doing this work publicly. So if that's not you, what's a part of your divine life mission? So you can apply that to wherever I'm talking about this specific energy of being full-time with your healing work. All right, great. Okay, awesome. So I'm so happy that you're all here. So before we get into the real content for this, and we're going to go through a guided meditation, which is going to be more of an activation and the healing. I'd love to hear from you who are alive, also for you who are on replay, so I can read them later. What are your challenges right now? I just want to make sure that I can really meet you where you're at today. And I want you to let me know, where are you at with this process of being, sharing your full-time gifts. Yes, they're full-time gifts. Why not? Sharing your gifts, starting a business, doing it from the heart. Where are you at, and what are your challenges? How can I support you most today? I have a very good idea where many of you are at. I've been working with you for many, many years, but it's always nice to just get that feedback from people who are actually, in present, in the live. Karen says she loves my necklace. It's angel wings carved out of abalone with an opal and a quartz crystal that my friend designed. Thank you. And Celine's here. Hi, love. Okay, so while I wait for to read some of those comments coming in, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be working with the 8th chakra, the crown chakra, the 3rd eye, and the 5th chakra. And the 4th. I'm like, oh, okay, well, we got to work with the 4th, because if we're working just with the lower chakras, we'll work with the heart in both days. Okay, obviously, that's what we're going to do. And what we're going to do today is we're really going to focus on this energy of like this divine mission. So this is why this is also good for those of you who are maybe not super called to go full-time with your business work, because this is all about divine life mission. And we're going to be, here's the thing, if you are so full of your higher self's instruction, and if you're so full of your connection to the divine, and you really feel, you've allowed yourself to really feel that you're on a divine mission, and that it's so important that you embody your light and you share your gifts because you're connected into this kind of cosmic plan, that's going to power you enough that those challenges that come up that I've asked you to share about, you're going to have the juju. You're going to have the juju, the cosmic juju, to bust through them, right? I've been hearing lately from my clients, Beth, the technology, I want to do this work. I want to help people. But the technology freaks me out. I feel like I hate it. I don't know how to send an email to my email list. I don't know how to update a website. I don't know. Okay, that's an example of, we got to get the cosmic juju flowing so deep that you're like, I have to do this. I have to share this work. And so an example would be like, okay, there's a challenge here. I don't know how to do this technically. Okay, there's a challenge here. I don't know how to do XYZ. Okay, there's a challenge here. I'm scared of going on live video, whatever. But if you have that, if your spirit and your body is so full, like you're connected to your angels, you're connected to your higher self, you're connected to your divine life's mission, your soul family, that you know that it's so important that you share what you're here to share and nothing is going to stop you, then again, that's going to give you that really intense, strong motivation to work through those challenges, because anybody that's living life knows, but also anybody that is sharing their gifts or is an entrepreneur knows that challenges arise. It happens, right? And it's like, okay, how are we going to get past those and work through those? And a part of this session today is around, let's activate that knowingness of like, I'm here for such an important reason, and it's so important that these gifts do get out, that I'm going to do what it takes. Because that's important for you to know on your path. There's going to be, again, time after time, things that you don't know how to do, right? Like I've had to Google, like literally, if you could see me through my career over the last 8 years, like you would see so much Googling happen. How to do this. Okay, this is fucking up. How to do this. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. All right, how to do this. Right? And however you get through those challenges is up to you. Google is a great resource, especially when it comes to technology, but that's how it happens, right? Okay, so let's read some of the things that are coming through. Amanda says, believing, okay, so these are the challenges, right, that I asked for, and maybe some of where you're at too. Amanda says, believing in myself and having the value to share with the collective. That's a really, really big one. And that's also what we're going to work on today, Amanda. And for those of you, that's probably all of you or most of you who are dealing with that same kind of challenges, feeling the value, seeing that there are so many confident healers and people out there, and why would they want to work with me, or why is my work, why does my work have value, and is it really worthy of getting paid for, right? Having faith in yourself, believing in yourself. And again, we can work with the angels today. And remember, like, this is really about remembering who you are. Like, you're a fucking badass. The fact that you're here, Amanda, and everybody else on this planet with this mission in your heart to activate the planet, to help the planet to heal, so all animals and plants and humans and the earth can live in harmony and feel love and connection. The fact that you're here means that already you're a super badass soul. So it's about leaving that small mindset and remembering, like, I am such a profound soul. And what's likely for probably all of you here is that you've had a lifetime after a lifetime, unless you're a very, very new soul to being a human, lifetime after a lifetime on this planet of doing work like this. And being trained like this, at least in a few lifetimes. There's many of you present who have been training in mystery schools throughout your soul's evolution on Earth. There's many of you who have served as, the medicine woman or people for your communities, or you were in Atlantis and you were crystal healers or sound healers, or you were in Lemuria, doing similar work, right? So something to remember. I'm very multidimensional. We're all multidimensional. I just happen to like really remember that, right? So a lot of my work is really multidimensional, and that really helps me. And I think that's important for us to remember that's who we are, because we can remember, okay, yeah, I've lived this life and I've been beaten down a little bit, and people haven't really seen my value, and and I haven't seen my value, and I was reading stupid magazines and got whatever, like I was living in a small space because that's how I was raised, potentially, right, for some of my life. But what I do know is that that's not who I really am, that I'm actually a super fucking badass cosmic queen of love, and I'm here to shake things up. And absolutely, I'm like, do you get what I'm saying? I could go on and on and on. Just let me know if you get what I'm saying. So Danielle says, believing that I'm worthy. Oh, here we go again. That I can actually do it. Yes, that's a big one, that I can actually do it. Yes. That I have the energy to maintain this type of work. Okay, amazing. That's what we're going to download as well. That's just like, bam, it's so important. Georgie, love, is saying, having a belief in myself. Oh my gosh, over and over and over. Having belief in myself, right? That piece. And finding the right people to share my gifts with. Perfect. Heather says, gaining clarity on what I do with my gifts. Perfect. That is definitely in the realm of what we're going to do today too. Gaining clarity on what I do with my gifts. Well, okay, let's talk to our angels. Let's be in meditation with our higher self. Let's really spend time downloading. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? If you don't have clarity on what to do with your gifts, it's likely you're too in your mind about it, right? If you don't have clarity on what to do with your spiritual gifts, it's likely, I'll say that again, that you're too in your mind about it, rather than and not being patient enough, right? Because we can download these pieces of guidance. This is what you can do. This is what you can do. And it's not always for pay, right? Like tonight I'm hosting a free new moon circle. I always host free new moon circles when I'm in Canada. What can I do with my gift? I know I have a gift of leading people in meditations, right? I know I have a gift of creating cozy spaces where people feel welcome and safe, right? I know I have a gift of facilitation. So how do I use that? Well, and also, how did I develop those gifts? Right? I developed them and I'm using them. Well, I'm doing these free women's circles and I've done them for years and years now, right? How did I know to do that? Well, I'm connecting in with my higher self, with my angels, and also getting ideas, seeing kind of, oh, I went to this amazing women's circle. I had this amazing time, but there's no new moons women's circles in my community where I actually live. Putting the dots together, maybe I can be that person. So it's this multi-layered experience, but ultimately when we're connected with our higher self and angels, which is meditation and prayer, nature, all the things, right? Asking. So if you haven't already, make sure you've downloaded the ebook and the link to this video, which is a part of this course. Prayers, right? Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say? And to whom? Are you seeing a theme here, right? connecting to the higher self, connecting to your angels. We'll be working with some of the angels of Atlantis today. If you do that, if you make that a daily part of your life, in fact, an hourly part of your life, you'll find that the clarity really, really comes. Okay, Krista says, and let me know if you have any questions about that, or you feel like you're already doing that and there's still not clarity. Krista says, allowing higher frequencies to work through me without feeling overwhelmed. Okay, cool. That's that feels to me like a grounding piece and a nervous system piece, right? So apparently I'm just going through these one by one and answering them. So whatever, that's fine. I was thinking I was just going to read them all and be like, okay, cool, and like move on. But no, I'm just going to answer them. So the grounding piece. So Friday, Krista, if you can show up to the Friday ceremony or to the replay, that will be really great, because that's grounding. It sounds like you're already familiar and connected with the higher frequencies. So it's also taking care of the nervous system. So noticing when you're on technology too much, and getting off, and self-caring, being in nature, going for walks if you can, moving your body, having a lot of water, having journaling sessions with yourself, and having more time alone. How often are you around other people all the time? And, not having just an hour to yourself. If you're feeling overwhelmed with higher frequencies, it's really great to just no technology, no people, a candle, maybe a journal, some nice music. That's pretty much it. Or in nature, and an hour of that often. That will really help to settle things. If we're overstimulated, our nervous system is going to be like this, which is pretty much how most of us live. And we're going to feel overwhelmed, and we could get downloads sometimes, but we don't have the grounding and the stability to actually make it happen, which I see a lot. Teresa says, just finished wealth consciousness, looking forward to chakra work for my career in pediatrics. Woohoo! Amazing. So awesome. I love how people are applying this into all their, in so many different ways. Rosalind says, introducing perfect people to my work once they find me. We both love the work. I want more, please. Amazing. Okay. That's both energetic and strategic, mostly energetic. We will do all the things today and on Friday. Jordan says, cultivating pleasure is a big one for me right now. I'm so blocked around pleasure and always, and I have come to release that. Working from a place of joy and pleasure is such a high-tuned vibe. Being in pleasure, maintaining pleasure is something I'm a bit stuck with lately. I don't let myself dive into it. I have so much fire, and I know if I use it with a base of pleasure, I will be unstoppable. Cool. Jordan, if I were in that place, I would just really, it sounds like kind of the belief that's happening is like, well, I need to be in pleasure in order to be unstoppable. I need to have this mix of pleasure and fire to be unstoppable. But what if the belief was, I'm perfect where I am, and I'm in my process. I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. We're always in process. Like, we're always going to have things that we wish that we were more activated in and we were more embodied in. But if we tell ourselves that that's going to stop us from being successful, then we're creating ourselves to have that reality. But if we can say, I'm always a vibrational match for wealth and joy, and love, or whatever programs we want to put into our energy fields, that can help. So you can get to have amazing clients and have an amazing business while you're working on deepening into your pleasure, right? Let me know if that makes sense. So they don't have to be either or. We want to be really careful or mindful. I don't think careful is the right word. We want to be mindful and present with what we're telling ourselves. I don't know if I can do it because I don't have that training yet. I really want to take that training, but I don't have the money to take that training yet. So my work's not going to fly until I take that training because I'm not, right? Like, just even that's an example of a story. Actually, I am source spark energy, and all the training that I ever could need is inside of me right now. It's great that I can take more training that I resonate with, cool. But if that's not able to happen yet, then that doesn't block me from being the absolutely most badass, successful version of myself right here, right now, et cetera, right? So again, being mindful of what the beliefs are. We talked about this in the Wealth Consciousness course, which is also free. Hopefully most of you have downloaded that. If not, that's on my website, bethcatherine.com, Catherine with a K. Teresa says, hi dear, starting to do healing, mix Reiki and canalization. don't know what canalization is. I thought before I read it, it said cannabization for close friends, but kind of scared to embody my full light. Yeah, I feel my throat chakra closed, also solar plexus. So we'll definitely we'll be working with that today and on Friday. Nikki says, I'm very challenged on a price point. Yes, the technology piece is also frustrating. Okay, price points. Okay, we're just going to, again, do it all until we get into the chakra activation. So price points, yes, they're tricky for some people. Play around with price points. Maybe you're going to download something in meditation, but ask yourself, what do I need to get paid in order to feel really valued, right? I have a new program coming up, a deep dive. So right after this journey, you're going to be invited into an amazing deep dive. And I was creating it, and I originally had a lower price point in my mind. And as I was creating it out, I was like, no, if I got paid that, I would feel really like I don't know, underwhelmed. That's not it at all. I wouldn't feel like I would feel kind of like getting ripped off of how much energy and how much value is in this, right? So then I bumped it up. And then just last night, my angels told me to bump that up a little bit more. Actually, it's still very affordable in terms of what else is out there right now. I do value making my work affordable, but it felt right. Like that price point, I'm like, yes, I feel like I'm getting compensated well for that. And that feels right. For me, I also feel like I could charge 3 times the amount and I would still be delivering the value and that would be fine. But I felt like, cool, this is a nice mix for me of this is still affordable enough for people while I'm feeling really well paid for it. But other people are different. Some people don't really care about making it super affordable because they're just like, this is super fucking high value, and whoever is going to be able to afford it that's going to be the person I'm going to work with because that's where I'm at. So there's a lot of different mindsets, but for me, I like to work with the price point that I'm like, this feels like I'm getting paid well for my work. But I also feel, and I know that I could bump it up and bump it up and bump it up, but I'm not feeling jazzed. My heart and my womb don't feel jazzed when I bump it up and bump it up. So it's like in my body, where is that nice price point that makes me feel good? Hopefully that helps. Mara says, and I'm called to say this too, something that Amanda Francis says, there's clients for every price point. So you might think that if you have a really low price point on an offer, that means that more people are going to sign up for it because it's lower price point. It's not true. There's people that want to pay you at every different level. And also people actually do really value. So you can charge low if you want, and if that feels good for something, that's amazing. But also keep in mind that people actually genuinely like paying because they're also saying, this is an energetic investment for me and I'm stoked on this. Like if any of you have made an investment in yourself, whether that's a retreat or coaching or any investment really that's for you, and it felt resonant and you felt really good about it, like did it feel kind of like you're really giving yourself a gift and really like going in when you spend that money? I know for me that's how I feel. But also absolutely you can open it up to lower price points if that feels good for you too. I have fun with doing that too. That was a little rant on pricing. Mara says, I have healing energies and many gifts and skills, but I don't know specifically what to focus on and how to even start. Yes. Okay. That's what we're going to be. That's like I said before, that's asking every day. Like, angel, source, higher self, fill me now, fill my chakras. And we're going to be getting into this in today's session in this chakra activation. It's like, give me these divine downloads of where to start. And what happens a lot of the time when Mara, I meet people in places like you, which is like, I don't know what to focus on and how to even start. A lot of the time, I don't know if this is going to be true for you, but what happens a lot of the time is I meet with people who are like, okay, I want to know what A and B and C and D and E and F and G are, and then I'll get started, right? And those are the steps, right? The little alphabet is the steps. And that's just not how it works. Like the universe is like, hey, like here's B. So it's likely, Mara, that you actually have been given B in a meditation, an idea that has come to you, but it didn't seem big enough. It didn't seem like it was going to do that much. Like B might have been like, hey, post something on Facebook right now about this story that just happened to you. Or B might be sign up for this workshop. But it doesn't seem big enough, and it doesn't seem like, well, I want this full amazing career doing this, and like I want to be a B and C and D and E and F and G and H I and I and I want a Z. And the universe is like, okay, like chill the fuck out. Here's B, maybe here's a glimpse of D, but you just have to do B. Does that make sense? So a lot of the time we're looking for these grandiose things, but really it's just like, okay, let's vibrate with the energy I want. Let's manifest that frequency, like seeing myself successful and abundant and all of this. And once we do that, what's the next action step? Download it from your angels, your higher self, source energy, your heart, and then do it. And then it's going to be the next step and the next step. But just focus on what's the next step. And if sometimes you're going to get a bundle of steps laid out for you, but that's not going to be as likely as what I've just said. Mara says, tech question, how do I turn comments on? I don't know, because is this the comments are on for me? I'm not sure. Sorry. Namrata says, hi love. Hopefully I said your name right. Okay, and Karen says, my challenge is having the energy to work my business when I work full time. Yeah, I think that is a challenge for a lot of people. And you love your free time. Okay, so this is where we work smart, not hard, right? If we're working on full time and we don't have that much time or energy, if we're busy mothers, things like this, that makes it so much more important that we still make time for those meditations and those prayer sessions. In prayer, you can do like when you wake up, higher self, fill me, higher self, activate me, universe, what do you want me to do today? You have to realize that your soul has perfectly designed your life. So if you're working a full-time job and yet you have this desire to be a full-time healer, light worker, entrepreneur, there's already a way for that. There's already a pathway for that. So it's not your job to mastermind that in your mind and try to figure that out. It's your job to be very present every day with your own soul and all of the guidance that supports your own soul, and ask again, like, what is the next right step for me? And always, 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 if you can see the theme here over and over, it's staying connected to your higher self. I'm obsessed with angels. I work with angels all the time. The angels want to work with you. So I always say angels, right? That's staying connected, but you don't have to work with the angels. You can just work with your higher self, pure source energy, any ascended masters that you like, whatever. So you're staying connected there every day, and you're saying, what's the next right action? And you can actually build a business with not much time. You can literally post a really awesome post on social media, and it takes you 20 minutes a day, every other day. And that just starts to build the foundation for your work. And then you get another idea, and then you're like, okay, I'm ready to build out my website and things like this. If you're confused about what the step-by-step process is, we've talked a lot about energetics, and that's what I talk about a lot. But if you're like, okay, but Beth, I want this step-by-step, like posting on social media, to actually having an offer, to creating it on my website, to marketing it, the deep dive that I'm offering as of Friday has all of that, plus the energy work, plus the wealth consciousness. It's a fully integrated 5-month business course. So I highly recommend that. I'm also going to be sharing more about practical steps over the next week, 2 weeks kind of thing. Well, forever, really. Okay, great. I'm going to probably, okay, there's so many comments. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to all of these. Okay, Fiorella left an awesome comment going through the book. Charlotte says, my challenge is finding the time. Okay, great. We went through that. And also a total fear of being seen. Yes. Okay, we're going to do that through some chakra activation too. Teresa says she's feeling very connected. Maria says how to find community, sacred partnership. Okay, I apologize. I can't get to these all right now because we do need to get into the chakra activation. But I'm going to go read, and there's not that many left, but after I finish at some point over today or tomorrow, I'm going to go read all of these. And if I feel like I didn't get to your question in this one or on Friday, I'll reply to you like this, okay? Okay. So, all right. So in this chakra activation, we're going to be working with, again, the higher chakras. I say we just get right into it. I was going to give you a little bit more information about the higher chakras and all this stuff, but if I want to after, we can do that, because I think we talked enough right now. And the magic, the juju, the magic happens when we're having that internal experience. Okay, so get yourself ready. I'm going to finish drinking. Oh no, where did my celery juice go? Oh geez, I almost spilled it. I put the pillow right against it. So have something to drink if you want, or get yourself sorted. Yes, I am a celery juice person, in case you heard about the trend. Obviously, I am. The celery juice comes from a guy that talks to spirit and gets messages about health. Like, obviously, I'm going to be into it. Okay. So if you just want to close your eyes with me now that you're comfortable. So first, I want to say I'm so proud of you. So as I close my eyes, so for those of you who are new to me, or even who don't fully understand or know this about me, I am an angel intuitive. So I work with spirit guides and angels and have a very strong connection to them. So as we all do, I just happen to practice it, right? And as I close my eyes, I'm gonna be channeling some activations for you, and specifically for this group. The angels know who you are. They know that you're here. They know what you need. And what's gonna come through is gonna be the perfect activation for our group, live, on replay, doesn't matter the time, okay? And I'm saying that because as I'm closing my eyes, I'm aware of so many angels and beings of light coming against the back of my heart and just saying, I'm so proud of you for being here. And this is a direct message to you and your heart as you're listening. And feel your angels with you. They're very real. They're always loving you and watching you and just amazed by you. They're so proud of you. They're so amazed by the work that you've already done in this lifetime, whether you think that you've done a great job or not. These beings are really delivering that message right now, that they're in awe of you. So if there's any part of you that's really been connecting in with your small self that says, I'm not there, I'm not her, I see her and her on Instagram and they're doing it and I'm just little me, and if there's any part of you that's been playing those stories or anything similar, I want you to know that some of the most powerful beings in the universe that have very, very clear sight are coming through me now and pressing against your heart as well, telling you, you are incredibly powerful. We see you. We're so proud of you. There's no reason for you to feel less than or small, because you are pure, potent light. So as we get into this activation, I want you to feel into, that's the energy that we're working with today. We're working with angelic frequencies. And you can see, as you work with these frequencies more and more, you will develop that worth and belief in yourself. You will develop that clarity, because these beings want to work with you and show you and mentor you. So as you take a deep breath in, I want you to start to feel this divine cord of light from the cosmos coming through. The great central sun and the sun are sending beams of light down, as well as any stars that your soul is deeply connected to, or star systems. So you're going to breathe that cosmic light in, especially from the great central sun. You're going to breathe that down through your higher column of chakras. There are actually several chakras above your crown chakra. So breathe through each of those chakras with that light until you make your way into this golden ball of light above your head. And with this golden ball of light, see your higher self really activated in this golden ball of light. Your soul star, your true essence, is embodied in this and symbolized in this ball of golden light that's above your head. And there's bits of white in this golden light as well. And we're also connecting in with your Christed self, your Christ light. So as you breathe down now, breathe that golden white light down through your crown chakra, activating your crown chakra, the 1,000-petaled lotus, seeing that golden white light fill your crown, come through the brain, fill the third eye, allowing this golden white light to clear your third eye and to clear your vision. And any part of you that's feeling, if there's any part of you that's feeling, I don't know if this is going to work for me. I don't think this is going to work for me. Beth's so connected to angels, but I don't think that I'm going to get any effects. I want to guarantee you that that's your ego and has no basis in reality, because already there's shifts taking place. So breathing that gold and white light down. There's some of you laughing and going, oh my God, she can feel me. Yes, I can. Gold and white down into the third eye, into the brain, into the base of the skull. The gold and white light down in the base of the skull. The base of the skull is a power portal. It's a connection to your guides and your angels, the ancestors, the other dimensions of light. So breathe in this golden light, especially through the ears, through the eyes, through the brain, and into the base of the skull. So that golden white light is now really connected and activating that opening. And I want to invite your spirit guides, your angels, the angels of Atlantis forth, and any beings of light who work strongly with you to start to communicate to you through the base of your skull. If you're in agreement with that, let a yes vibrate through your being. And if you're someone that doesn't have a daily connection with your spirit guides and angels, I want you to tell them that you're ready for a daily connection and that you want them to come in and support you every single day. So you might say something like, angels and spirit guides, I choose to have a daily connection with you. I invite you and your guidance in every single day. And bringing that light now down through the throat and allowing that gold and white light to permeate the throat, and any memories, cellular memories, collective memories, ancestral imprinting in your throat that resonates with being persecuted, hurt in any way, for sharing your truth, for speaking with courage, with passion, with light. I want you to allow that gold and white light to now start to clear that out with unconditional love, clearing it right out. And I call forth Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Michael to deeply infuse your throat chakra with healing, activating energy. All those reasons why you can't speak your truth and speak very plainly and very honestly and very directly from your soul are now cleared, released, deleted, and transmuted across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And any past life or other lifetimes that you have where you've been persecuted for simply being who you are or standing up for what you believe in, all of the painful or fearful effects of those experiences, I call upon the light of your higher self, Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel, to clear, release, delete, and transmute those across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And so it is. If you're a yes to these clearings, anytime I say a clearing or activation, I want you to feel from your heart a yes vibrating through your being and a light pouring through your being or in this specific chakra that we're working with. So bringing that gold and white light in, what would it take for you to be fully expressed? What would it take for you to be absolutely fully expressed on a soul level? What would it take for you to feel safe, to speak your truth, to speak with power, to speak with conviction? I ask that your higher self and Archangel Michael now fill your cells and your chakras with all of those frequencies now. And so it is. Bringing that gold and white light down through your spinal column and into your heart, allowing your heart star to activate really powerfully. Heart star, activate now. You can say that out loud. Heart star, activate now. And I want you to see your heart connected with all the hearts on this call, whether on live or on replay. There's likely going to be hundreds. So feeling your heart connected to all of these people that are with us in a circle now. And just honoring, hey, I have your back. In my heart, I am with you in a place where our heart stars are activated and we understand we're doing this work for the one. We're doing this work for the collective and for our souls. And we're a badass, tribe, group, community of activated light workers. And just feel that right now, that you're in very good company, and feel that support. Send your support through your heart, through this big circle. And let everybody know that you believe in them, that you see their worth and you see their value. Even if you don't know exactly who they are on a mental level, your soul knows exactly who you're in the ceremony now with. And bring that golden light through the back of your heart now, activating your angelic wings and seeing your heart star grow, your angel wings. You actually have angel wings that you can activate right now and see them growing out, your left wing and your right wing. Notice what they look like. And I call upon the angels of Atlantis to more deeply activate your angel wings so that you are absolutely able to open up that heart, even open up that solar plexus, and let yourself be really big with these angelic wings. And any part of you now that doesn't feel good enough in any way to either have these angel wings, or just in general, any part of you that feels like you're not good enough, your work is not good enough, anywhere that that story and that energy is running through your energy field, I command the light of your higher self and Archangel Michael to clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. Anywhere where you feel like you need to be better, like your voice isn't good enough, like your heart isn't good enough, like your beliefs and your ideas aren't good enough, anywhere where you feel like you don't have as much value as you need in order to command this experience of full-time entrepreneurship for yourself, or whatever your true heart's goals are. I command the light of your higher self to clear, release, delete, and transmute all of those stories, all of those energies, all of those frequencies across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. What would it take for you to absolutely know on every level of your being that you're valuable, that you're lovable, that you're a being of light? What would that take? Are you in agreement for your higher self to fill you and all of your chakras, all of your cells with those frequencies now? What would it take for you to know that your angels are absolutely in love with you, that Source is just absolutely in love with you, singing your praises every day? What would that take for you to know that, feel that deep in your bones? May those frequencies fill your cells and your chakras and all of your energy body from your higher self and from your angels now. And bringing in this golden light, golden white light down through your solar plexus, gently activating your solar plexus down into your womb, your second chakra, your lower back. Just breathing that golden light in to your lower chakras, breathing that golden white light in down through your root, knowing that we're going to come back to these centers more deeply on Friday to activate them. Bringing that golden white light through your root, releasing any ties to ancestral imprinting of lack that are not serving you, letting those go in the light of the divine that's swirling through you. Golden white light moving through your legs, moving through your hips, moving through your knees, moving through your ankles, moving through your feet, down, 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 down. This golden white light goes down, down, down through the layers of bedrock, through the underground rivers, lakes, and streams, through the crystal and mineral kingdoms, and through the core crystal of Mother Earth. And as you go into the core crystal of Mother Earth, I want you to be sucked down, sucked down into the core of Mother Earth, the core crystal of Mother Earth. And you might notice that it's vibrating with rainbows, but there might be other colors present. And you are now literally inside the core crystal of Mother Earth, and you've gone through that grounding light cord and arrived into the core crystal of Mother Earth. And you'll notice that there is a crystal throne for you to sit on. And as you look around into the core crystal of Mother Earth, you see the 12 angels of Atlantis with you. And you see all of your spirit guides as well, and any of your angels that are also with you. You might see ascended masters with you, or dragon allies. But for sure, there are these 12 angels of Atlantis. These 12 angels of Atlantis deeply served Atlantis, and especially in its golden age. And the beings of Atlantis worked closely with these 12 angels of Atlantis, one of whom is Archangel Michael, one of whom is Archangel Raphael, some of whom you're probably already very familiar with. And so allow one of the angels of Atlantis to step forth and escort you to your crystal throne. And as you sit on your crystal throne, you'll notice that it's vibrating very, very deeply with potent earth energy, and it's starting to activating your cells, activating your chakras, activating your rainbow light body, activating every single cell of your being with rainbow light deeply from the core crystal of Mother Earth. And as you breathe in, you'll notice that an angel, maybe it's Michael, maybe it's Raphael, maybe it's another one, maybe it's Gabriel or Jophiel or Haniel or any of these beautiful angels with you, is now placing one of its hands above your crown chakra, and it's sending light, especially into your higher chakras, but all the way through your being. And anywhere where you felt blocked to receive divine guidance that's crystal clear about your next steps, this angel is working with your higher self and pure source energy to now clear that. And I want you to really allow this energy to go deeply into your nervous system, deeply into your blood, deeply into your bones. All the stories that you have that I'm just not that person. I'm not that person that can get crystal clear energy. I'm not that person that can get that deeply divine download all the time. I'm not that person that's special in that way, or this isn't going to work for me. Any of those programs or stories running that are completely not aligned with your higher self, by the way, I command the light of your higher self and Archangel Michael to clear, release, delete, and transmute those across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And so it is. What would it take for you to know that you have always 24/7 direct access to the heart and the mind of God and your higher self? What would that take? May those frequencies fill all of your cells and chakras now. And allowing this crystal energy to move through you. And I want you to feel into this opening where the core crystal as well as the angels of Atlantis are starting to download through your next steps. Your next steps on your life's mission, especially in your creation of your amazing soul-based business so you can deeply serve the world with your amazing gifts, which you're already so successful at in spiritual truth, it's already done. The next steps to really anchoring that in are now being downloaded through your system by your higher self and the angels of Atlantis. So I want you to breathe in this crystalline energy, and you might not get anything right now. It doesn't matter. The steps are still being downloaded, or you might get something right away. Whatever happens to you is perfect. There are many times in meditation where I ask a question and I don't get a direct answer, but I know that I am being answered and it will come in the perfect time. Okay, so breathing in, that angel is still above your head sending you energy, but there's also the energy of the core and the crystal throne coming up from below. So your whole spinal column is vibrating with crystalline, angelic rainbow light. And all density is now being cleared, released, deleted, and transmuted across all time, dimension, space, reality in your spinal column so that you're able to receive these divine downloads from your higher self. I want you to ask your higher self right now and the angels of Atlantis and source energy. I want you to repeat after me, and you can say this out loud if you want. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say? And to whom? And all that overwhelm that you've tried to been figuring things out with your mind on overtime, that you have been blocking the divine guidance from coming in because you've been trying to figure out with your mind, and you've been spinning in circles, not really knowing what the best next step is for you to do, and watering and making your energy weaker. All of that is now being cleared and dissolving as you remember that you actually let the divine do the heavy lifting, that you get to be in a state of surrender and in a state of I don't know and the sacred void until you get that divine download about the next step, and then it's your job to take it. So what if I told you that it was actually okay to be in the energy of I don't know? What if it was okay that your mind didn't have to figure everything out and you just got to say, I don't know until I get the divine download. And then I know, and then I take the next step, and then the process starts over again. What would it take for you to just be actually comfortable in the unknown? May those frequencies fill your cells and your chakras now. What would it take for you to be comfortable being in the unknown and being okay with this expansive process that you're in, where you don't know where you're going and you don't know what it's going to look like? You might have ideas, you might know how you want to feel, you might have certain experiences that you'd really like to have. But if you're being really honest with yourself, You don't really know all those details. You don't really know what's going to happen. You just know that you're surrendering in this now moment to the divine will. And God knows, your higher self knows, whatever your word for source energy knows. There's already a divine plan for you. The invitation on this crystal throne with the angels of Atlantis now is to surrender into your power and surrender into the divine will that's already vibrating inside of you. All you need to do is to practice day to day surrendering over to that divine will, letting go of all those shoulds, supposed tos, letting go of all those free programs that you might be doing over and over and over, trying to figure out this or this workshop, and just overwhelming yourself with information, running around like a chicken with its head cut off. If that's you, let it go. Ground into the core crystal of the earth, knowing that the divine already has its plan for you. And you can take the ultimate workshop called the workshop with the divine workshop, a workshop with your higher self, where you just sit your ass down like you're doing and listen. You make time for that. You need to make space for that, to listen. Your higher self will always tell you the next step when you're ready to hear it. What does it feel like to be so empowered? What does it feel like to be clear and successful at your chosen career, life's work? What does that feel like for you? What does it feel like to already be successful and activated, powerful badass that the angels see you as? What does it feel like to be a priestess through the ages, a medicine woman, or even a medicine man? The being of light, a star being. What does it feel like to have these skills, maybe from Atlantis or Lemuria, crystal healing or sound healing, or working with plants or animals? What does that feel like to remember that you already have those skills and you already have that knowledge? What does it feel like to actually honor yourself in this moment? Finally, letting go of the little stories and seeing yourself and allowing the angels of Atlantis to step forth and activate the codes of self-confidence, activating the codes of deep confidence now, activating the codes of prosperity inside of you now. Prosperity consciousness, activate. Codes of prosperity, activate as you reclaim your rightful place as a daughter of the Most High, as an aspect of the Most High. That's who you are. And any part of you that's not been allowing you to have this experience of your true power, any part of you that's been imprinted with the slavery matrix or poverty consciousness in any way, I command the light of your higher self and Archangel Michael to clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And so it is. If you're a yes to that, feeling a yes vibrate through your being. And the light pour through your being. And I want you to feel into, again, as you're on this crystal throne, asking your soul, your higher self, your angels, what is the next step that you'd have me take? Or potentially, what is the path that you want to show me that I am guided to walk on now? And again, trust, if nothing specific comes, know that it's going to come later because it's already been downloaded into your subconscious. Maybe you'll dream about it. Maybe you'll have an idea later. Or maybe you get it now. Breathe into it. But don't try, just relax. Just let go, knowing it's already happening. What is the path for me? What is the next step for me? And it's okay if you're not getting anything. Just be in peace, just be in stillness. If that's the case, it happens to me all the time. What is the next step for me? What is the path for me? If you have a feeling, great. A vision, great. A thought, great. Nothing at all, great. Even frustration, great. All is welcome. The point is that we're asking. So in the perfect time, the answers are going to come up. Higher self, what is my next step? And if there's any overwhelm left in your field, if there's anywhere that your mind is trying to control, if there's anywhere where you're not letting the angel's light to come in to clear out this old energy of addiction to overwhelm and suffering and not knowing in the way that's not aligned for your soul, I command the light of your higher self to clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality now. And so it is. Feeling into the crystal throne that you're on. Feeling that you're so supported, that you're not doing this alone. That as you walk this pathway, you're walking with your divine soul mission. And there's so much support for you. You actually get to be pretty released and be pretty surrendered a lot of the time. And let the answers come to you in the perfect moment, and let the money come to you, and let the soulmate clients come to you, and let the opportunities come to you, and let the finances come to you. If you're trying to figure everything out and feeling overwhelmed and scattered, this is an invitation to let that go and to come back into trusting the divine. Where are you not trusting the divine still? Where are you not allowing yourself to surrender over to your higher self? Where are you under this illusion that that's what's going to keep you safe? Anywhere where that's happening, I command the light of your higher self and Archangel Michael, with your permission, to clear, release, delete, and transmute all of that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. What would it take for you to know that it's safe to surrender into the divine's plan? What would it take for you to let go of any frustration that you have that's trying to control things? And again, just let go into the unknown of the divine's plan. You don't know the divine's plan for your life. That's okay. Surrender to it. If you have frustration in your energy field right now, it means you're trying to figure things out with your mind and you're not surrendering over to the divine. If you're feeling peaceful right now, it means that you're allowing yourself to surrender over to the divine. So that just gives you an indication of where you need to allow yourself to surrender even more deeply, because once you surrender over more fully to the divine's plan for your life, you'll get those downloads, you'll know your next step, you'll get clear, and everything else just won't matter anymore. So anywhere, again, where you're not allowing yourself to surrender over to the divine's will for your life and just be in this place of stillness, not knowing every single detail, I command the light of your higher self and Archangel Michael to clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, reality now. You're enough just as you are. You don't need to run around like a chicken with your head cut off, trying to be all things for all people, trying to figure out this, trying to figure out that, trying to figure out how to heal this, trying to figure out where this wound came from and what past life was this and who needs this and what am I doing, what am I having for dinner and how do I stay healthy. You don't need to do that. Here is your divine permission slip to surrender into the angelic light of your own being and let your higher self and source energy do the heavy lifting while you stay aligned with that white light pillar, white golden light pillar that's now through your central channel. Breathing into the white golden light pillar that's through your central channel now. You are so powerful. You are so wise. I command that your higher self activate you into that knowingness on a cellular level now. I command that your higher self activate you into a knowingness that receiving money, clients, joy, opportunities, clarity, time, energy is much easier than you've likely been led to believe or think. I command your higher self to activate you into a knowingness that abundance, energy, health, love is your natural state. And anything that is preventing you from fully aligning with your natural state now, command the light of your higher self to clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. So you can fully align with that central pillar that is in your system now, your energy field. Good, perfect. What would it take for you to know that abundance is actually your natural state of being and that the essence of who you are is prosperity itself? What would it take for you to actually be able to just receive and magnetize all that you are, knowing that you don't have to do anything, train anymore, do this, move around, do a ritual, spin around naked 3 times, any of that in order to just be who you are? You just are prosperity. It's okay if you don't see that fully in your life right now. We just wake up more and more and more to our prosperity, and eventually reality rearranges. Physical reality is the last piece to shift. So just let your focus be on activating the prosperity consciousness inside that you already are, trusting the divine flow, and trusting that in perfect timing, you absolutely will see more and more and more prosperity in your physical life. And any part of you that doesn't believe that or is not allowing that, I command the light of your higher self to clear, release, delete, and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And so it is. Taking a deep breath, really deeply breathing into the crystal energy that's underneath you, letting it fill your root, your sacral, your third chakra, your heart, your fifth chakra, your third eye, and the crown. Breathing that in and allowing this crystalline energy to vibrate and rumble under you. And this crystal throne is now lifting you up through the layers of the earth, through the bedrock, through the soil, all the way up through the layers of the earth into your physical body where you are now. And right here, right now, I want you, if you're in resonance, to make a decision that you're allowing your angels fully in. You're allowing the angels of Atlantis, your guardian angel, Archangel Michael, your higher self, your spirit guides, to support you. When you don't know the answer, let them fill it in. Let yourself decide that you're surrendered over now to the beautiful energy that's always surrounding you, that's always present for you. What would it take for you to be fully in love with yourself just like your angels are? May those frequencies fill your cells and chakras now. Divine innocence, activate. Divine innocence, activate. I am worthy of receiving because I am a child of the divine. It's okay that sometimes I don't feel good. Sometimes I feel angry or overwhelmed. Sometimes I judge people. Sometimes I fuck up. All of that's okay. Because no matter what, I am a child of the divine. And therefore, I'm always worthy of receiving. And I always have access to the light that is me. Where would you have me go? Source energy. What would you have me do? What would you have me say, and to whom? I choose to be activated in my divine life's mission now. I realize that I'm doing a really big thing by choosing my light. Breathing in and just honoring yourself for showing up today. This was a big transmission. It required you to show up with your time, honoring that right here, right now. You've already incurred many, many shifts that are going to continue to unfold over weeks, months, and even years. And as you breathe in, are there any changes that you're called to make right now? Is there anything that's coming up for you? Any steps? Or do you just feel feelings? Whatever you feel is perfect as you gently wiggle your toes and bring your eyes back to the space. Got some interesting lighting happening. It's like angels. It's somehow perfectly I'm in the shadow. Okay, bring yourself back. Okay. Just let you take your time. We're just reading some of the comments that I didn't get to. Okay, cool. So, as you come out of this meditation, I'd love to hear from you. Um, were you like what came up for you if you feel like sharing? Did you get any next step downloads? Did you feel different bits of frustration? Also, I want you to know that if you felt frustration or things like this, those are very normal when we're in processes like this, because we're activating a lot of light in your system, and then where the ego has these ideas of like, no, like all those places that haven't been let you get to where you want to be come up during meditations and activations like this. And sometimes they dissolve with ease, and sometimes they're really dig their toes in, and you know, it might be like imprinting that you've got from your ancestry and your family that's been really there for a long time. And this is one of the first meditations and activations that really challenges it. So it's normal if you, no matter what you're feeling, it's normal. Peace, frustration, anger, sadness, love, excitement, downloads, nothing, all of it's normal. There's no one right way to experience a meditation like that. And what's cool is you're free to actually revisit this meditation over and over again if you want, so you can experience different parts of it in different ways. So Maria says, I surrender, I receive, thank you. Amazing. And let me know, did you have any ahas? Did you realize something? Oh, I've totally been doing this, and I didn't see until now that actually that's not helpful. You know, Danielle says, so interesting about the base of the skull connection. When I leave my body during meditation unintentionally, it feels like I'm being sucked out from the base of my skull. Good. Make sure to ground after. Melissa says, this was very beautiful and powerful. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Mara says, thank you. Cara says, that was beautiful. Beth had a lot of tears running down my face. Beautiful. Danielle says, I have a book for inner child healing and saw a flash of the cover during meditation. Super cool. Amazing. Okay, so what I want to do with you before I let you go here is, if you downloaded the ebook, and if you haven't downloaded the ebook, Activate the Codes of Sacred Success. There's a lot of prayers in there that are very much in line with what I just took you through. But you can actually, you don't have to do a half an hour meditation. You can just take 30 seconds and say a prayer. So if you haven't got that, go get it. We talked about energizing your aura as a part of the 8th chakra. So we want to have an energized aura, right? So we're going to do a Kundalini yoga exercise in a second here. So just as if you haven't read the ebook, right? If you're always on technology, if you're not eating very well, you're not moving your body, and then you're wanting to start this soul-based business, well, girlfriend, your aura is not strong if that's your lifestyle. Our aura is, right, this like electromagnetic energy field around us. So we want it to be strong and magnetic, because that's what attracts clients and money. So someone with a strong aura and strong intentions can do one thing once a week and have a ton of clients show up like magic. Someone with a very weak aura and scattered intentions can work for 5 hours a day for a month and have like one client show up, right? So we're going to do something. So I want you to rub, you might have done this before with Gabby Bernstein if you follow her. It's called the Ego Eradicator, but it's a Kundalini yoga meditation that we do a lot when we practice Kundalini yoga, which is something I'm really into. So you can rub the palms of your hands together. And I want you to, I should say this, if you've had a very big meal, you should be fine now. It's like an hour and 8 minutes into the session. But if you're like so full that you're like busted out, this might be very uncomfortable for you. So you might want to do slow, deep breathing. And if you're on your period, either do long, deep breathing or very light breath of fire, which is what I'm going to teach you in a second here. So you want to put the pads of your fingertips right at the very, very top of your palms, as far as up as you can get them. It's not like this. It's not like this. It's like this. So you're going to go like that, and you're going to take your thumbs up. You're going to put them out 60 degrees. And we're energizing our aura right now. We're energizing that electromagnetic field. If you've never heard of this technique, it's something that you can do to just, in a very short amount of time, energize your aura. We're going to do breath of fire. So if you've never done breath of fire before, you can pant like a dog to start to learn it. Like, and you'll notice that on every exhale, when you pant like a dog, your stomach is coming in really close to your spine. And on the exhale, it's releasing. We're going to do that through our mouth And we're going to close our eyes and look towards our third eye. And we're going to do this for maybe 30 seconds or a minute. And we're just going to let ourselves feel the effects of this as we move out from this space, okay? So beginning now with breath of fire. And again, remember the stipulations that I just said before, if you're on your period. Keep going, good. In and out through the nose. Keep those arms up 60 degrees. Keep going. Ten more seconds. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Bring your thumbs to touch above your head and hold. Raise the rest of your fingers up towards the sky. As you clench your yoni, your anus, your root chakra muscles, and squeeze the energy up through your spine as your breath stays held. And whenever you're ready, you can release. Good. You did that. I'm proud of you. So this is an example of, again, energizing the aura, releasing stuff. I love Kundalini Yoga. It's made a big difference. So I'm just going to read a couple of the last comments, and then I'll let you all go. Bianca says, thank you, thank you, thank you. So powerful. I feel aligned, fully surrendered, and at peace. Amazing. Teresa says, amazing. Thank you so much. Feeling in my light completely. I love that. Phaedra, cool name, says thank you. Veronica says thank you, you're welcome. And Chris says thank you to each sister who's connecting with this meditation. I feel your presence so strongly, ladies. Amazing. So thank you for hanging out. I love doing these activations. I love doing these ceremonies. I know that it's a lot sometimes to carve out this amount of time. It's easier if we have a 5-minute or a 10-minute video, but I can do good work if we have a little bit more time. And so I like to do that with you. So thank you so much for showing up. We're going again on Friday with the lower chakras. It's going to be a different frequency. We're going to be going, don't miss that one if you can, because we're going to be doing ancestral stuff. We're going to be doing financial clearing, womb clearing. It's going to be part 2 of this. I also want to invite you to just start to marinate on this idea of a deep dive. I will finally release the name that I'm so obsessed with out loud. The deep dive, 5-month deep dive that's not quite open yet, is called The Energetics of Sacred Business. So I just want you to feel into your heart over the next few days. You don't have anything other than that. You just have the frequency that, are you potentially being called into a deeper dive where we can do much deeper work together? Or we can go over a lot of different aspects that I'm not able to just give all for free because it's just too much. So much love. We got lots of thank yous again. Georgie says, thank you. I feel such peace and clarity. Some images of hands linking fingers and holding each other came through. Beautiful. So much love to you. Thank you for showing up for your divine mission. You are so important. You're so powerful. You are so loved. I don't care how many Instagram followers you have. I don't care if you're famous or not. I don't care if you're in the negative in your bank account or have a shit ton of money. You're powerful as fuck. You're just as powerful as anybody else that you think is powerful. You're absolutely amazing. You're full of light. God sees that. Source sees that. Divine sees that. Your angels see that. Your higher self knows that. Your higher self is you. So go ahead and rock that light out and know that as you connect with that more and more and more, your dreams are going to flow to you more easily than you've ever experienced in your life. Are you going to, bust through some challenges? Yeah, but you're going to do it like a fucking badass. Lots of love. Ciao.